Recording now, Judy. It's my pleasure to introduce our speaker today, well known to all of us. Cheryl Henry has been an active member of this fellowship since 2007. She retired from a career in corporate training and development and labor relations and currently facilitates our small group ministry, Chalice Circles. And she and her husband currently live on the island. Cheryl.
Oh, thank you. Currently, that was kind of sneaky, wasn't it? Tennyson wrote, "I am a part of all that I have met." And so we are a part of everyone we have met. We didn't get here by ourselves. We have people in our lives who have loved us, helped us, encouraged us, supported us. So during this month of Thanksgiving and reflection on the past, let's consider those people who helped us become who we are. Parents, teachers, friends, even pets, all have played a part in teaching us invaluable lessons. And in many cases, these are the people who paved the way for us to become who we are today, to be able to stand where we stand. Today, you'll have a chance to share your gratitude for those who've influenced your life. You may have a long list of people who have loved you unconditionally or who have taught you life lessons that made possible the life you live today. I'm thinking today of the women in my life who shaped the person I am and the person I hope to become. My mother, Amy Jean Wilson Sanders, died in 1996. She was just 73. And I still miss her every single day. I would love to be able to talk to her now. More than once, days after she died, I picked up the telephone to call her. I'd actually have my finger on the dial, ready to dial the number, before I snapped to that no one would answer that call. I told my good friend Suzanne that losing my mother meant I lost the only person in the world I could talk to about some good thing that had happened to me, some compliment I received, or something I had done that I was really proud of. I told Suzanne, there's no one else who might be interested in hearing good news about me that I wanted to share. My mother was the only person I could, without reservation, share those kinds of things and be assured that she would be happy for me and proud of me. And Suzanne, my friend, said, "I'll be that person for you." Well, that was the perfect thing to say. And she remains that person for me today. I have many stories I could tell you about how unselfish and kind my mother was. She was genuinely good and gracious and modest and had a wonderful sense of humor. She always put the comfort of others above her own. During those last couple of years of her life, as she suffered from the effects of chemotherapy, I never heard her complain once. She worried she was a burden to the nurses who cared for her. And when it was clear that she wasn't going to survive, her primary concern was who would take care of my dad. My mother showed me what unconditional love looks like. I can hear her sometimes now in the things I say, not the cursing. She didn't curse. That's all me. But some of the sayings that she had, like, "bless her heart," or "God love her," that's my mother coming through. I wish I were more like her. I'm trying to be. It was my high school English teacher, Lillian O'Bannon, who influenced me to become a teacher. She instilled confidence in me and showed me that a good teacher can be funny and effective. She was bright and interesting and made me want to learn. A remarkable thing happened when I Googled her name last week to check the spelling. Lillian O'Bannon is still alive. She is 101 years old and lives in the Woodlands. So I have sent messages to her, and I'm hoping to hear from her. These women, my mother, Suzanne, Ms. O'Bannon, were benefactors, some of my benefactors. They are the ones who loved me without limits, who were always glad to hear from me when I called, were happy to see me if I showed up. They wanted me to have a great life, and I remain grateful for them today. So who are those people for you? Who helped you become the person you are today? Who wished for you a wonderful life? Our own benefactor, Kathleen DiNatale, is going to lead us in a meditation that she has created to help us visualize our benefactors, those people who've helped us and nurtured us and encouraged us and still remain available to us if we call on them. So Kathleen.
Good morning, everyone. So just the feelings that you just got from Cheryl's sharing about her mother and her friend. Now just take a moment. Didn't you feel this sense of love and warmth, right? So that's what our benefactors do for us to a large degree. The word benefactor, to go to that definition where it comes from, bene is well. Facere is to do well, to do good things for others. That's what a benefactor is. Now, we all have experienced benefactors in our lives, and sometimes it's a mother, sometimes it's not. Sometimes it's family members, other times it's people who we maybe come into contact with only briefly. So in our meditation today, we're going to explore some of those times when you felt that sense of unconditional love or support or encouragement when you were maybe at your depth, at some of the lowest points in your life, or maybe just when you're confused. We'll also explore, and I really like this sense too, of those times that you've seen other people act as a benefactor to someone else and what that feels like. Because that's an amazing feeling too, isn't it? To experience, to see someone doing well for someone else, offering that sense of unconditional support or encouragement. And maybe it's someone that you don't know. The benefactor doesn't even know this other person. And so that's what's really powerful. And then too, we can explore the times that we have been a benefactor to someone else, to do well, to do good, to encourage and support others, because this is powerful. And by learning to experience all of these different sensations, we can feel the quality of love and empathy and support that radiates from our own heart into space around us. So to start a meditation, I'm going to invite you to find a comfortable seat for yourself. And it's best if you can have both feet on the floor rather than crossing one leg over the other. Just kind of snuggle your tailbone in, just kind of spread your sit bones. And find yourself so that you can lengthen your spine, maybe broaden the shoulders, and lift your heart inside. As your hands rest softly on your thighs or on your lap. And just allow yourself to recognize this moment, who you are, where you are. Sense the beings next to you, around you. All of these people the people here in the fellowship, the people and the Maha, the great Zoom room. And reflect for yourself a moment in time when you were lost. You didn't have a sense of where you stood, your place in life. You were confused or disoriented, unaware, not sure of what you were here for. And then bring to mind the image of someone who was there for you, who offered you loving kindness, friendship, generosity of spirit, encouragement to find your path. Visualize that person in your heart or mind, or hear their voice. Sense their presence. Can you feel it? And recognize that benefactor, what they brought to you. How that helped you to find your way. And how they offered this for no reason other than to encourage you, to support you. Now remember a time in your life when you experienced or saw or heard someone do this for someone else. You saw someone who was lost, vulnerable, confused, and you witnessed another person offering for them this sense of support, love, kindness, and empathy. How did it feel to witness that? And bring to mind a moment when you felt called to encourage, to support, to bear witness, to lend your presence to someone lost, sad, vulnerable, confused. How were you there for them? What words or presence? What did you offer? Where did it come from? It came from your own intrinsic goodness, which is what we all share. Bring to your mind, into your heart, and into your body if you can, the image of someone who helped you at a time when you lost your joy, your ability to sing or dance or laugh, or reach out to others when you felt so alienated. And perhaps this wasn't a person. Perhaps this was a pet, a tree, the ocean. Maybe it's a person. What in that instance benefited you? Who or what lent their support to help you find the way again, to smile, to laugh, to embrace, to feel connected and authentic, genuine, and part of a greater whole, a greater good. How was that? And when did you do that for someone else? Without any thought to what you would get in return, but simply because this person was in need. How did it feel? These feelings of kindness, empathy, generosity, support. They come not from one person or one or many enlightened beings. They come from each of us, from our intrinsic goodness, sense of connection, and desire to be real. So for just another moment, sit and let any vision come to your mind or to your heart of someone who has profoundly touched you through their thoughts, their words, their deeds, to support and encourage you, to lift you up. Sense the gratitude, the feelings that well up inside you as you imagine this being, cat, dog, person, tree, flower. All living beings are our benefactors. We are benefactors to one another. This fellowship, our place in it, our community, now from this place of really being in touch with the gratitude for the opportunity to benefit one another, may we be at peace. May our hearts remain open. May we know the beauty of our true nature. May we be healed. And may we be a source for healing in the world, a source for one another